There we go. Okay. Let me test my voice. There we go. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a good afternoon, good evening, or good morning out there in Europe. Loki says hello right here. He wants treats today because I got him some new treats for some pills he has to take, or pills he did take last week and he didn't really need these treats for. But let's see if I can give Loki one right here. Wait for it. There we go. Okay. These little weird little treats like this, and you can see Loki very, very excited to get one. Although now he's coming over here to try to steal it because he's antsy today. Yep. Hmm. Actually smells pretty good. It smells like a almost like a meat house or something like that, or meat store, something similar to that perhaps. But anyway, Loki wants an me treat. Come on, other side. Other side. No, not that side. This side. There you go. There you go. There we go. All right. Ow, those claws. I was only able to trim part of his legs today, so I got like two of the back ones done, and then his front left, but his front right has the longest claws, and he likes to sharpen those suckers on rocks. And hey, Max, hope you're doing well, my man. Hey, Tony, so early I can't watch two streams at the same time. Don't worry about it, my man. I'm Woody calling. I had to move my stream a little bit earlier today. I've been just having like a bad headache and a lot of hiccups today for all no idea why. And then like 15 minutes before the stream started, one of my best friends, she told me that she got fired, so I was consoling her a little bit. So I've just been having a wild, busy day. I did some day trading here. We had talked about the bounce as far as Bitcoin and the ultimate, the overall market here. We didn't talk too much about the Dow bouncing, but we would talk more about the Nasdaq and the SPY. I frankly just don't care much about the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I think you guys have kind of gotten that from me. But as far as Bitcoin, what happened? We continued to bounce off of that upward trend line. And we'll talk about all that stuff here pretty soon. We got some Maxine Water stuff, CNBC stuff. Whale number 3 sold some stuff yesterday. We should look at that. Although I have to say, looking at it right now, it's not looking so good. That whale number 3 hasn't been as accurate over the past few weeks. And then we're just going to take an overall view of coin market cap. Now I smell dog treat on my finger. It smells really good. I was just talking to my mom. I'm going to make some, what do you call that stuff? Homemade dog food with a whole bunch of like good meat for Christmas. Loki's gonna get like a big little meal for Christmas because it's gonna be just me and Loki for Christmas this year. And hey, Zach, we're happy to see you. Eat in front of Loki to establish dominance. And what do you call it? Hey, Ken. Hey, Starscream. Hope you guys are both doing fantastic. I love your streams, man. I hope you feel better soon. I will. Guys, I'm used to having a headache or something every now and again. I think because I'm switching to a new sleep schedule, I'm like forcing myself to go to sleep, so I get really bored at certain times. And then also having a light in my head, it kind of makes it a little bit worse. But if I didn't have the light on, like I have a nice camera. I invested a lot of money into it because I was like, oh, I want to spend more time on YouTube. But if I turn this off, this is what you guys will see. Well, as soon as it loads into the Bluetooth here. Okay. I go like that. The blue light is really nice, but it gives me no light in the front. I got to turn on this light so I have the nice blue effect in the background and the nice, face shot here in the foreground here, okay? Okay, but everybody, hope you guys all had a good afternoon. Let's talk about this journal market, everybody, because it has been fairly interesting. Now, I wasn't able to stream yesterday, do some family stuff, but the day before that, we had talked about holding support between the SPY and the Nasdaq. I just told you a couple seconds ago, but I know more people are hopping in here. I know that I don't talk much about the Dow. I probably won't talk more much about the Dow Jones unless you guys want me to or have a question about a particular stock, in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Okay, but right now we have Bitcoin. Over the last few days, we've been testing out support here, and the reason Loki's over here looking for more treats. The reason why I was talking to you guys so much about this potential breakdown or just the fact that we were at support is, first of all, if you guys are day traders or swing traders, that could have been a good entry point whether you guys bought here or here. They're both fine, especially if you find the time of the day that we actually hit. It wasn't close to the closing of the day, right? Now, excuse me. Even if for some reason we do manage to break down here, which at this point seems a little bit more unlikely as we have like a big shock to the market, so to speak, right? If we do break down, I think the worst will come down to here is either to 16,600 or down here to about $16,000, at least for the next couple weeks, next week or so. Um, Now, right now, I still see us going more sideways here. This is still overall sideways with that little dip. And that's mostly because next week we have inflation coming out, and then we have Jerome Powell announcing rate hikes. Those are two big events, two massive events, in which we need to be prepared, and the market doesn't want to be on the wrong side of that. So you're going to see a lot of traders here that don't really want Bitcoin to go up a lot, or they don't really want Bitcoin to go down a lot. They just want to see it go steady Eddie until the big announcements happen, because if we were to drop down and break down, let's say to 16,000, well, if we have a good CPI report, that could shoot up and those shorts would get destroyed. If Bitcoin would shot up a little bit more above the resistance level of 16,022, you would see, and if we had a bad CPI report, you'd see us crash all the way back down to maybe $16,500, $16,000. Not the best here, of course. However, uh, I think CPI is pretty unknown right now. And I know everybody's pricing in a 50 basis point rate hike. That's what I'm currently doing because everybody else is. But don't be surprised if Jerome Powell has to come out and say something like, oh, after some thought, we actually had to go with another 75 basis point rate hike here because inflation still is getting too sticky. Because remember, we have inflation coming out first, then the CPI data coming out first, then Jerome Powell. I'm just hoping that it's not going to be a quick 2-day decision because there's like only a couple days apart between the announcements. Hopefully the decision has already been made and they're just kind of coasting there because you know how they say they're always so data dependent, right? Okay, on the more bullish side here, we're about to have a golden cross on the daily chart, so you may actually see Bitcoin try to surge later on today during today's day candle here and try to retest that 17,622. I think that's definitely possible. I just want to see it break this resistance level up here from just a few days ago of 17,000. What is it? 17,424. Yeah. And then I think I talked to you guys this morning before it blew up about the simple breakout right here. This is a simple breakout. We broke out. If you guys took it, awesome. Otherwise, you guys might have bought on support. I didn't do any trades today. I was too busy. But as far as crypto is concerned, but I thought this was a pretty nice trade. You see this pattern a lot, guys, a lot. So get used to it, especially in this bear market. All right. Now, as far as the other indexes here, we're not going to spend too much time on it. But we talked about the NASDAQ trying to hold support. This is a 4-hour chart, and guess what? We held the support. That's all I wanted to see right there. We're kind of in this downtrend, by the way, as well. But because of how bad everything is getting, the perceived risk going into next week, that's a better way to say it, with inflation and Jerome Powell, you can see we still bounced. Even though we had a breakdown, it wasn't too much of a breakdown, honestly. SPY right here, similar talk to what we had before. SPY also broke down a couple days ago, and what did we see? We bounced off of support. Let me put a little bit of array on here. We bounced off of support right there. So, not the end of the world here, guys. Just kind of going more in the sideways action. Tomorrow, if anything, should be more sideways unless we have some really bad news. I was looking at CNBC earlier, and I didn't really see anything that would make me like, wow, we're headed for bad news here. Big news of the day was FTC sues Microsoft. I don't think the FTC is going to win that case based off what I heard from the other networks today. And then FTX made some news with Kevin O'Leary. I made a video about that. I think it's short a few minutes ago. And then this article that we talked about, I think either today or yesterday, as far as House Financial Services Chair Maxine Waters doesn't plan to subpoena Sam Bankman-Fried to testify at a hearing on the FTX collapse. Actually, I have the tweet right here because I came prepared. But she says that lies are circulating at CNBC that I am not willing to subpoena at Sam Bankman-Fried. He has been requested to testify at the December 13th hearing. A subpoena is definitely on the table. Stay tuned. So far, no subpoena. It's currently the 8th. We have 5 days left with no subpoena. 5 days left with no subpoena. She better get on this fast if she wants to do that. She is a big friend, to Sam Bankman-Fried. Donations, definitely can help with that. These are all politicians here. Nobody's going to be clean. But she's showing some bias, in my opinion, at least right now. I'm hoping that she could serve up the subpoena. I'd rather have a lot of this information come out sooner rather than later because it will come out as soon as Republicans take control of the House in January, late January, I think. They're going to be coming after Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, the whole debacle, the whole shebang bang. However, it's going to be much more partisan because Republicans, probably rightly, are going to be attacking Democrats for the donations that could have been coming from user funds, which would just be horrible look, right? And so there's going to be some politics at play here. I guess as there always is in some of these major hearings, but this is one of those hearings that I'm really interested in, and it's on the 13th, which is excuse me, which is on a Tuesday, same time as some of the other data we're getting. I think CPI data also comes at that day. So I might do a CPI data stream and then just go straight into the FTX hearing, or I'll go into the FTX hearing and then go into the CPI report as it shows up. Maybe that'll work itself out. I'm not entirely sure. Like the CPI data comes out early, but as far as the hearing, I don't actually know. House hearing FTX government. Government sites never know how to do SEO or rank properly. See. I think this is from the Senate. This is from Senate Agriculture and Nutrition, yeah. Uh okay, so committee materials, I'm guessing. No, let me just go to FTX. National Defense. I don't like how that comes up for this, but okay. When is committee? Oh, I'm not spelling this right for FTX. That's not the one we're looking for. When is House Committee for FTX? Hmm. There you go. Following schedule. Today, Congressman Maxine Waters, chair of the House Committee on Financial Services, announced the following schedule for the month of December. So we got the 13th. There we go. 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh, so that's early. So that's 7 o'clock my time here. The full committee will convene for a hybrid hearing entitled Investigating the Collapse of FTX Part 1. Okay, so that's coming up fairly soon, everybody. I'll be going live that entire day. I'll be like those YouTubers who covered the uh, Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. This will be my version of that, although I won't get nearly the coverage, right? Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to be focused on here, everybody. On next Tuesday, I probably won't stream that afternoon or at night, but I will be streaming like all morning because I don't know how long this committee will last for. But I will be streaming for quite a bit of time a day, especially with CPI data coming out, and I believe this hearing. Okay, all right. So we know that everything right now is trying to hold this sideways pattern. We did, unfortunately, for a lot of assets over the past few days, besides Bitcoin, we did end up breaking down. And so this uptrend is currently over. Now we're kind of going more to this sideways trend. Maybe Monday we can break out here, but I think everybody is basically just waiting for Loki's over here trying to climb on me again. I think everybody's really just waiting for the weekend. Bitcoin, however, could have a few different options here, and then also answering some of you guys' questions here. The first thing that Bitcoin can do, since it did not break down while everything else did, like the SPY and the NASDAQ, that important stuff, Bitcoin could always have a pop up through part of the week, so the weekend, so like maybe Sunday, Monday, or to me, Friday's candle and Saturday's candle, but perhaps by Sunday we get knocked back down. If you guys want to get very bullish on Bitcoin, I think you need to see two things happen here. Let's kind of go to more of a macro view here, and let me hop out of this first resistance level. Okay. Very simple talk here. Very, very simple stuff. We need to be able to break out above this resistance level of 17,622. We need to do that on the daily chart, get above and close, and then the weekly chart. Sunday is when these weekly candles close. You can see right here we have 3 days left until we close off for this candle. If we can break out above that, we actually have an opportunity to get back to maybe around 19,500 or so. I don't think we're going to be able to get back up to 20,000 before the year is over, unfortunately, unless we can get back above that 20-week moving average here. Um, and we just have a bad history with this thing, don't we? I mean, last time we got above it was October, we crashed. The time before that, we got above it, and then we just flat out crashed. And then, I think this crash had more to do with that death cross there. You guys know my opinions on that, plus the formal breakdown there, plus a whole bunch of fib levels and box levels and all that type of stuff. Um, but give it until January, mid January, we're gonna see that death cross come over from the 50-week moving average and the 200 weekly moving average. I don't know how bad that'll be because it's never happened in the history of Bitcoin. Let me go back over here. This one. Yeah, it's never happened before. You can see all the way since Bitcoin, 2011, when we got the 200-week moving average right here at the start of 2014. Every bear market, we've come close to having a death cross here. We've had our normal, 20 and 50 on the weekly, but we've never had the 20 breakdown before, and we've never had the 50 breakdown before. Look at 20 here, 50 here, 20, 50 both doing fine. Now we had our first 20 here, and we've continued to go down after that death cross, right? And pretty soon we have the 50. I would have to assume that we're going to have another one. Weekly death crosses are more impactful, in my opinion, than daily ones for Bitcoin. Um, and on the monthly chart here, just so you guys can see, you know, we may even have a 20-month crossing down below the 50-month, which has never happened before. This one I'm not too concerned about because when I look at this at the end of the day, I'm just adding on a whole bunch of, Fibonacci squares and stuff like that. I think, let me go over here very fast. I think I can make one very quickly. Can I do this? Okay. This is the longer term one. Let's go there. Oh, I hate when it does it. Okay. Oh, if that's going to do that. Okay, hold on a second, guys. All right. Let's go log. And then let's do two. Let's do two. I need aids because I suck at remembering where my lines are. Let's go 1 to 2. Okay. Let's turn log off. There we go. Okay. Let's lock the bar ratios. This is where things get tricky, but that's perfectly okay. All right. Let's zoom out a little bit here in this nice old log. Uh, can we go 90? 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Little too close, but that kind of helps us understand why we're just like riding this sucker down here, aren't we? We should have a pivot here pretty soon, guys. At least I hope so. Otherwise, we're just going to tank. According to this specific chart, but I haven't done the math right on it yet, so just don't take me on that. So let's go 180. That's fine. This is so freaking large. This one's going to be the less reliable of the two, but I still think it's important to kind of see what it looks like here. That's at 1,000. How high is that? I guess we could just go to 400. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, and that wasn't smart of me. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, like, we do have a stop right here. We just officially broke down below that on the monthly chart. It shows that we do have a little bit of a stop here right around that 14,500 level. We've talked about this before. Although, let me get my Gann square. Will this work, though? Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the ones I've been looking at before. You can see we don't have to worry too much about those angles because a lot of these angles are still kind of there. So let me see if I can get rid of these ones for you. There you go. Are there any important that's below us, I guess? I mean, that one was a little bit useful. You can see the resistance levels up here, but it doesn't matter too much. So you can see we have a little bit of resistance right now. If I were to go over to the weekly chart, you can see right now there's a resistance level here from 17,814 all the way up here to 18,000. I still think we can break above it. It's the closing above it that really concerns me going forward, okay? Now, if I back this up a little bit more, we get rid of both of these things now. You guys see what that is. You can see how you could have had this out for a while. This one's not as reliable for me because you could have had this whole box set up a while ago. And you can see how there was some resistance there. But, up here, we didn't really get stopped too much. Up here, maybe, find those highs. Some support there, some support there, some support there, some support there. So it's useful. Not as useful, I guess I would like to see it. However, let me see if this one's going to work. I normally don't do these on the monthly chart, so my data could be a little bit off on this next one, but I think it's fine. And we want to go to Gann box. Oh, nope. Gann square. Oh, snap, I didn't do the magnet. There we go. And for this one, let's get the magnet off again. 80, will that do the trick? Excuse me, 90. 90, 90, 90, 90. And we're up here at 1,000 again. I guess we got to try 400 again, right? No, so that means... Yeah, I guess just 1,000 will have to do it. Wow, this is a pretty tall one. Alright, it should be fine. Resistance levels are there. Actually, maybe this one isn't as accurate. Or maybe just because I'm in the monthly chart, that could also be it. Okay, but no matter. Actually, this one was older. See, might have been using this one then for the other one I have. I have a couple on those 24-hour charts that you guys know about, but let me go over here very fast. Angles. Angles worked there. Not too much there. Not too much there. I'd actually go back to the lows we saw in 2014, I think it was. All the way back over, yeah, 2015, 2014. Those ones actually working pretty well right now. And then so I'd probably say use those ones, and then these ones over here from the COVID lows. COVID lows I know work well, but I don't always want to do the same things for you guys. All right, let me go back over here. Then we can actually go back over to the main YouTube page. There we go. Okay. But I think eventually we're going to bounce off of that $14,500 level. Whether we go down below that or not, that's still a big maybe on me. I know people are calling for 6,000 Bitcoin, 10,000 Bitcoin, whatever. We could definitely hit those levels, primarily, especially 10,000. It really all depends on how bad the economy gets, though. That's the thing that's going to suck over the next few months. We got to see how bad things are. We saw some earnings come out today, and they weren't terrible, but there wasn't really many good things out there as well. There we go. Oh, and hey, so Scream. Yeah, guys, if you can, please make sure to like the stream. I'll remind you guys. I stopped reminding you guys for a while, but like, if you guys like the stream and you guys comment, that tells people that tells YouTube to push the content even more. YouTube doesn't really like my style of content because I'm like part educator and then part like crypto. YouTube already doesn't like crypto in the first place, and then since I'm more of an educator and less of an entertainer, uh, it wants to. I'm not a sensational guy. It doesn't like to promote my content all too much. So just by liking and commenting, you do a great service to the channel. So thank you. I appreciate that, guys. Let's see. And hey, Larry, the field will be strong next week. Oh yeah, it's going to be absolutely wild. It's one of the reasons I like day trading these days because I'm not having to worry about all this nonsense. Um, you know, to me, a simple breakdown is a good day trade. Sure, it could keep on going for multiple days. There's Loki there. But do I want to expose myself to that risk right now with everything bouncing all over the place? Not really. Oh, hold on. Loki's over here just being a brat. Here. There we go. You guys can all watch Loki in action. Loki, where you at? Yeah, huh? Ow. Dude, your claws. Thank you. Thank you. He'll go away for a little bit. All right, going back to the regular stuff. And hey, Johnny, good evening. I stayed, Michael. I'll check out Jordan a little bit. What do you call it? Jordan has a good stream too. He's referring to Jordan. Uh, Let me see if I can find his channel. He's a much bigger YouTuber as far as streamer than I am. Jordan Camerant. I got him there. He's talking right now. Bitcoin rises up right on cue. He copied my title or something similar. But what do you call? He's 100% true about that. It was a nice bounce off of the supports, and we've been talking about those quite a bit, haven't we? Geez. Let's see. The Pope mentioned good things about Bitcoin today, giving it a spike. I'll take any. I'll take any help I can get from the Pope. FTX tokenized security used to short the market. I don't think so, but if it's news, I could be wrong about it. But yeah, let me know what it is. Loki, you don't get no more treats. You don't get no more treats. They should call it trying to clear SBF Part One. Guys, when we watch this hearing later on this week or next week, and we see Maxine Waters up there, I just really hope that she can, go after Sam Bankman-Fried. Even if he doesn't show up, I'd want to see a subpoena. Um, I'm a person that you guys know is very practical. I believe that Congress is very, very corrupt. I believe it's at a corruption level, kind of what we saw towards like the end of like when you see end of empires, like major empires. It's because there's like a level of corruption that just naturally happens, and I think it's gotten so bad right now. And I think it's like an actual national security thing that how bad the corruption is in government on both sides. Nobody's exempt for it, right? The only people that may be exempt are the new people that actually have good hopes of going into Congress, and those aren't usually pushed by a party. They're usually just an average guy that has a good soul, good spirit. Republicans and Democrats and moderates and Green Party and Libertarian Party, and then like over time they slowly get dragged into the muck. I think it's just people get dragged into the muck so fast, so easily nowadays. So I don't really have much hope of corruption going away. Um, but just because I'm pessimistic or cynical about Congress, if they would actually try to do something here, I do. hmm, I always try to have a little bit of hope that they can do the right thing here. Money is always a little bit more sticky, nasty than trying to do goodwill because the government does do goodwill projects as well. That they're not like all always doing bad stuff all the time. Um, but I want to hold out a little bit of hope that Maxine Waters and the minority chair of the financial committee they can get some jobs done here. Or they can do something to benefit the crypto community, or at least bring more information into the light that maybe hasn't been exposed as of yet. Right. So right now, the reason I've been trying to find this on the government page here, House of Reps Gov. Uh, is because when you see a hearing and you see the information on it, you can see what they call as witnesses, and the witnesses are just the people up talking to the committee, talking under oath to the committee. You've seen bankers do it a lot. You've seen advocates and lobbyists do it all the time, but committees, armed services, financial services. So you got Maxine Waters right there. That's her committee. I guess until next year, right? Um, but there's no upcoming events. Like, okay, let's go to event calendar. It won't let me see anything for the 13th. So I'm just guessing they don't have everything, all the T's crossed and the I's dotted, so to speak. Um, I, I, I just, yeah. So, okay, December 1st, December 7th, December 8th, subcommittee. The Senate has the act together. The House just never does. Um, wait, minority site. What's a minority site? So financial services community. Why do both parties have their own freaking page? But I'm glad to see this. I did not know this. I don't. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. December 1st, December 7th. Off air schedule. Like they can only do up to the day, up to like the current day. Committee reports. Wow. Okay, a lot of stuff from 2017. I need to just dig deep into one of these one day to see all the reading bills is how you kind of see corruption. But yeah, that's for another day. But yeah, I just can't find any information on it. If you guys can find any information on it, let me know. But this absolutely just what do you call it? Sucks. Oh yeah, there's NFL today too. I'll probably try to watch that game here. But yeah, going back to coins and stuff. Let me know if you guys have any questions. But I've been trying to find out so much information about this FTX stuff, and not I've been like slamming FTX or Sam Bankman-Fried just like everybody else. But there's like entertaining news stuff about like CoffeeZilla, which is great, Um, but I just want to hear more about how this all came to be, almost in a way where they make an HBO series about it. Excuse me, guys, my throat's oh, I might lose my voice here. Jeez. Um, where you might see CoffeeZilla, oh no, not what is HBO, excuse me, and they're gonna make a version of this like they did with Chernobyl, where you can have a court hearing, a mock one, and they can explain it so if someone is like dumb in nuclear technology as me could understand how the heck that thing blew up. Okay, that's what I want to see happen um, with the FTX debacle with Sam Bankman-Fried. I personally am not smart enough to teach you guys that. However, I do want to find the resources so I can at least lead you to them. Because I do think it's very important to understand why this happened. That way, it doesn't happen again, or you guys aren't exposed to it again. I don't think Congress is going to set up too many guardrails against this. Usually, when Congress responds to something, it's not really going to fix the problem that just occurred. It's going to focus on more general problems that could arise down the road. That's the way it happens all the time. Think of gun laws. Not to this is maybe a sticky topic for most of you guys, but you know how there may be a mass shooting. Congress says, "Hey, let's fix it," and then whatever they can get a bipartisan deal on that really would never have fixed the immediate problem that just happened. It's always for something else. That's what Congress does on everything really. So I'm hoping like even though all this stuff is really messed up, it's not going to be good anytime soon. FTX people aren't going to get their money back anytime soon. Um, at least we can kind of learn more about what happened and more about the process and how all this unfolded. Because that would be a great movie, and I want to be able to understand how this happened. Because FTX reached out to me a few times to do sponsorship deals with them, and I just said no because I not that I didn't like FTX. It's fine. I'd recommend FTX to people. I didn't get paid to do it, but FTX wasn't my style of company that I like to work with. I normally like to work with the trading exchanges. So you see it on top of my head, even though it's kind of moved or whatever. Like not what do you call it? It looks kind of funny because of the candles there. But you see the little Bing X logo. They sponsor the channel. They don't pay me monthly or anything like that. They just pay me when I send people over there. And that's why I like them. But I had to test them out for a month. I had to see that they were had their reserves. The audit that everybody's going through right now. All that stuff before I even talk to them because I'm trying to be extra careful these days because you know how like if Bitcoin goes to 14,500, does another exchange go down? If Bitcoin goes to 10,000, because instead of going to a mild recession, we go to like maybe a little bit of a worse one, do exchanges go down? That's why I like doing these reserve looks and kind of some other looks here as well. Like a Coinbase thing is fine, even though right now they haven't done the reserves. Um, you know, um, I want to make sure that I'm not going to be one of those guys like Meet Kevin or Kevin O'Leary, something about the Kevins in this one, or Tom Brady, or Andre, whatever his name is. I follow him because he has good videos. Andre Juk, whatever this guy's, you know, I'm not going to be one of these big YouTubers that has a stain. What do the British say? Pie on your face. Um, because I was out there saying, buy, like, use this, use this, use this, use this, use this. I don't want to be that guy. Yeah, it's sticky. Because you go over there and you see on Twitter these days, you guys know that. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice. How the heck? I haven't done anything this week. No, I've been talking a lot. I've been doing a lot of meetings. Um, but what do you call? You see Ben Armstrong here as pro or as anti Sam Bankman-Fried as he has been, and how what do you call? Oh, see, he's getting promoted by BitGet, who used to promote me. But what do you call? Um, you know, as much clout as he's getting through all this stuff, as much clout, as much new followers and everything like that off of all this Sam Bankman-Fried mania, you know, he still has a bad history. He still might be doing good for the crypto world. I think he is still doing good, but his history is still going to be there for a while. I don't know if any of you guys saw this. Let's see. Crypto crazy. I think if you just type in crypto crazy, Sam Bankman Fried. Not what's his name. What's his name? There it is. No, that's not. This is the video, but it's not from the right person. I think it was like Penguin. Penguin. Okay, whatever. Penguin Z put out a video a few days ago about Sam Bankman-Fried, and I was just hilarious because I had friends that were at the conference. Yeah, YouTuber gets called out and goes nuts. So he doesn't care if you use his videos, I don't think, too much. But basically, he was showing on Twitter, BitBoy gives the floor to this woman, assuming she has no evidence of being a scammer. She brings up the Zach XBT threads. He realizes that she has legitimate evidence, so he suddenly cuts her off and starts yelling like she's a child molester or something like that. It's like crazy. Um, I know a couple people that were actually on that stage. I know them personally. I don't know BitBoy personally, but I've met him once in Vegas just like a month ago. But I do have a couple of friends that are on that stage in the back, and boy, I do have some inside information that I can't say because that'd be like messing up with sources. But it's just absolutely insane. I try to keep my circle in the crypto space pretty small, so I know a lot of people, but I don't communicate with certain people unless like somebody needs help or something like that. But you know, there's too much side stuff that I'm always afraid the government may come after me for. So I try to stay in the shining light as much as as much as possible. That's why you guys saw me the whole of last year. I didn't promote one. Uh, I didn't take money for coins. In fact, I joked with you guys about how bad the scammy emails were, which I thought was much more fun, much more rewarding, if I had to say so myself. And hey, babyfish, thank you guys. Oh, geez, what the heck is going on here? Wow, that was a lot of spam, guys. Thank you very much. That was a lot of spam. A lot of spam. And hey, OJO Samples, happy to see you back, my man. And hey, Puma, am I trading AMC for Avatar 2? No, I'm not doing any trades. Those coins are usually too volatile for me. When I day trade, I prefer to I make more I make more money day trading Apple options or Tesla options than I do going long or short on an AMC or a GameStop. And I heard GameStop was pumping up today a little bit today. Um, but usually for me, I've showed you guys enough, but many times of it. But those day trades have been serving me very well. We talked about a day trade this week as far as Apple. I held it for one day. Most of you guys held it for 2 days. You guys made more, maybe not more money than me, but you guys made more of a return per percentage than I did, and that's great. But I've just been day trading, day trading, day trading. It's all I like to do right now. You can do some swings, but you have to be familiar with the stock in order to do the swing on it. That's why I let you guys know, like, hey, I only trade like 15 stocks on average and 5 crypto coins on average. And right now it's usually just Dogecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin is what I trade. And if I really want to have some fun, maybe Ethereum Classic. But the majority of the time, yeah, I know. Loki's literally headbutting my elbow right now because I'm not giving him butt rubs. But yeah, it's mostly been day trading for me this week. Although if there's a breakout on it, I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to taking an AMC breakout play. It's just not on my watch list here. See, and hey, Echo Pink, it's been giving me the streams early more often. Yeah, yeah. I figured out that most of you guys are like going to bed, especially on the East Coast here. What you doing? Yeah, 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 yeah. He's just wiggling like this because he's wagging his tail. Um, but yeah, lot of day trading for me. And as far as the streams are concerned, yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to a consistent schedule. I've just been really busy over the past few weeks, especially with the holidays coming up. Um, but I know I'm not going to my grandparents' house for Christmas this year, so it's only going to be me and Loki. Um, so I'm going to be. I don't have to worry too much, like that you do Thanksgiving meal. Me and Loki had a Thanksgiving together. I think for this Christmas, it's just gonna be me and Loki. If it's snowing, we may go out to the dog park so we can have some fun on Christmas Day. But if it's your normal Christmas Day when there's no snow out here in Washington State, um, like I really don't have much on my plate besides a little bit of work stuff. So I'm gonna try to go live between maybe 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock every day again, and then I'll see if I can do that from for like an hour and a half at least for both the for every day. Um, That should be fine. I'm losing my voice right now, though, which kind of sucks. I'm not used to that. Funny enough, my friend told me she has tonsillitis today, and I was like, "Uh oh," but I don't have tonsils, so I'm okay. Oh, and she's also in like another state, so we're not like together. That's ADHD talking. I want to make sure you guys perceive my statements properly. There you go. And hey, Justin, happy to see you back. Let's see. Check waves. What's wrong with this coin? It's just been going down for a while, man. Not every coin is meant to go up. A lot of coins are, frankly, what might call shit coins, and they do go down quite a bit. Um, if you have faith in it, the best thing you can do is buy a little bit, let it sit, buy a little bit more, like long term dollar cost averaging. So it could be like $10 a month or $20 every other month or $10 every other month, however much you believe in it. But when it comes to something like waves, I won't go through the technicals here, but you can see it has a market cap of like 226. If the economy really does get bad next year, this can go down to like $1.50, maybe even $1, right? Because altcoins just go down quite a bit. This thing is just known to go down. All had a big spike over here. Same type of product came down for a long time. Excuse me, and then it popped up. It's just now starting that process right now. So you could try to buy a little bit over here, a little bit over here, but you're holding it so you can get rewarded way down there. And you saw the spike that happened over here. I mean, like it was up at like $52, $52, and a lot of people that sold off there bought around here like 90 cents, 70 cents. So 70 cents to $52. Let's just go to I thought I had the calculator on my bookmarks. Just go to like 75 cents, and let's go to 52. That's a 6,800% increase. So you take that 6,800, you cut that out, initial value, you put like $20 into it, right? Maybe you don't feel comfortable, maybe you just like, hey, we'll see what happens, see what goes down. That $20 turns into 1,300, almost $1,400. All right. And let's say, you didn't buy low and you didn't sell at the high. Maybe instead of, maybe you only got like a 3,000% increase. Not nearly as much. Well, that 3,000. That $20 turned into 620, or maybe you just got 300% increase. You turned $20 into 80. That's still fine. All of those are fine, although I think we want that 1,000% in there. But yeah, it's going to take some time. The people that get rewarded for this type of stuff are the people that just buy some and hold. Now, let's say instead of 6,000% to 3,000, you only walked away with 1,000%, and that $20 turns into 220. Well, that might just be because instead of buying here at the lows, maybe you bought way over here as it was coming down, and then you sold somewhere up here at this double top pattern. You know, that's where you get some more of those, like maybe 1,000%, 2,000%, something like that. It happens. But coins like this, you can see the 2017, 2016, a little bit of pumping up, a lot of nothing, then a big pump up. You got to wait for it, and the way to wait for it properly, in my opinion, is to buy a little bit, not a lot, like $50 at max, and then you buy it over a period of time. If you want to, just buy it all at once. Either works, depending on your time schedule. And then you just kind of put it in a wallet, and you just wait, and you just wait. And if nothing happens and it goes to zero, you lost $50. If something really good happens with it, you make some money. Maybe it goes sideways, and maybe it doesn't actually boost up when everything else is boosting up. Maybe it happens every now and again. In that case, you maybe lose 10%, maybe lost $5, $10, or maybe you made $5 or $10 going sideways. But by investing in such a low market cap coin here, at least no matter what happens, I'm only going to lose $50. Now, you can go higher than that. You can go $100. I know people that put like $1,000 in something like this. But the key is here, it has to be money you're okay with losing, and it has to be money you're okay waiting into the next bull market. Which means you're going to buy now, and you're going to start selling when that euphoria comes along, when everybody's like, wow, Bitcoin's never going to go down again. Oh. Right? And that's when you do it. And you have to go against the grain. You have to be smarter than everybody else out there. The example that I always use when I talk to you guys was the fact that when I sold my Dogecoin at 50 cents, or half my Dogecoin at 50 cents, I took a lot of flack out of it. Primarily because I was one of the larger Dogecoin streamers out there giving you guys technical analysis and SNL and Elon, all that stuff. But, at the end of the day, the whole premise of this YouTube channel that I've created here, which is at nice growth, it's all been about making money. Like I like Dogecoin, but I'm using Dogecoin as a way to build wealth, not as a tool to gain more followers, if that makes sense. When they're going together, it's awesome, but if one has to win out, it's going to be making money off of my Dogecoin instead of telling you guys like, hey, I'm only going to hold Dogecoin to $1. When in fact, I'm like, hey, I'm going to scale out at 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, $1, right? That's the way I view it. You're going to probably make a similar strategy when it comes to waves, but, don't put too many of eggs in one basket is what I would say. Although you're not an influencer, so you might not get a lot of hate when waves eventually does go back up, or if it does go back up and you sell it. If I did it, people would be like, oh my gosh, Michael, you're such an idiot. And I'm like, who cares? I was able to buy a new TV, a new sofa, primarily because I just moved, and I was like, you know what? Might as well use this as an example, because I had the money ahead of time, but I pretty much was just able to keep that money in my savings account instead of having to use it for regular stuff. Because normally most of my money is just kept in portfolios or a different savings account from BECU. BECU is what it's called. But yeah, a whole bunch of wacky stuff. Impressive to basically steal customer money, gamble with it, lose it, and also lose the money you got by charging your customers to gamble with their money. It's a saga. There needs to be a movie about it, but a Chernobyl style movie, if that makes sense. I like those Chernobyl style movies. Or if you guys like financial movies, the Margin Call is going to be the one you guys are looking for. A good example of how a company fell, or didn't fall in this example, but how they pretty much started the financial crisis. It's kind of fiction, a little bit both, nonfiction, fiction in there. But I like those types of movies that help me understand what happens in a way that somebody that's very simple like myself can understand. I don't pretend to be a genius guys. I'm just kind of more of a simple individual. I'm not like incredibly smart. I'm just good at this, right? So if you put me in a room with a bunch of mathematicians, I would just not know anything they're talking about. A lot of physicists, maybe a little bit, but not a lot. Chemistry, no idea whatsoever. English, like as a language, I understand it. Would I understand like proper English? No. You know, I've just done a lot of rinsing and repeating, looked at my own data, see what I'm good at, and then I follow my own rules. As long as you follow your own rules based off of what you've learned about yourself as an investor, you're fine. Which is why right now, as much as it pains me to say it, I'm not liking this environment for swing trading puts and calls. I am day trading, and I've told you guys a few times. I've done a couple member streams for you guys, and works a lot better if you just day trade it out and take your profits as they come, while moving the stop losses and stuff like that. I love having stop losses on options because you just don't get stop options on spot trading too much in the crypto realm. Maybe if you do leverage, but not everybody wants to do leverage every single day. Now, once I get past all of this spam here, oh my gosh, there we go. Let's see, and hey, Brandon, happy to see you back. I prefer the earlier streams. Time changes always mess things up. I know, right? Over or under on CPI. Okay, so last time I said hotter and it was cooler. My hunch is still hotter right now. Um, but you know what? It could go either way. I'm still in the hotter camp. I had been right for like the past few months before last month, before October. But during October, I was October CPI that came out in November. I was wrong on that one. So, but I'm still guessing hotter right now. I'm still thinking hotter. Um, we've seen food prices come down a little bit. We've seen energy prices come back down a little bit. But I think I was kind of reading an article on Bloomberg about this a couple days ago, and I think they touched on it a little bit on CNBC today, although I wasn't paying attention too much to it. Um, you've seen wages go up a little bit, and what's been happening there is, let's say a mom and pop business, your employee comes to you saying, "Hey, I want to raise, or I'm just going to quit because this job isn't worth the pay because I can't afford my rent, I can't afford to do all the stuff I want to do working from this job," and that mom and pop knows, oh my gosh, if this person quits, then I won't be able to find anybody to fill this job for a while because the labor market is so tight right now. So they end up giving that man or lady a $1 bonus, like $1 increase in the wage, and then they go look at their books and they're like, "Wow, what am I going to do here? Like, how do I get this to not show up on the books because I still want to make a certain amount of money at the end of the month as a business owner." So what they do typically is just say, "Hey, well, I can make service A or I can make product A a little bit more expensive, and that covers the cost." And then when that gets passed on to the consumer, which happens a lot, right? Um, then that consumer just has a little bit less money to go spend on something else. And then they have a little bit less to spend overall, and it kind of messes up the equation, so to speak. So that's where I see it might getting a little bit hot, but if I don't know how much of the food price going down, commodities going down will affect it, but I guess the data may be signaling more to the downside. Personally, I'm just going against the data out of a gut feeling. Maybe I'm just still too much in this like inflation hype part here, or inflation hype. But my gut says higher. Most of my logic, based on just the commodities prices, says it should be going lower, and gas prices have been kind of going down. I think. Um, I haven't gotten gas in a few weeks now, but uh, yeah, gas in Washington's now 4.17. I think when I bought it, it was like 4.58 a couple weeks ago. Um, yeah, so 3.29. Yesterday it was 3.50. Excuse me, 3.35. Excuse me, 3.32, 3.35, 3.47. So it's been going down, especially from last month as well. That's okay. That's fine. But yeah, take what I said with a grain of salt. I'm not correct on these all the time. Uh, I'd love either a more regular live schedule or just somehow more notice, which I know YouTube makes hard. Maybe you could make a community post a few hours ahead. I tried that for a while and they just never get pushed out. The only posts that get pushed out by YouTube for me are ones that I have polls on, or I put out a video or something with it. Um what I'll try to do is maybe I'll start live streaming at 4:30 specifically. That way you guys get used to it. But YouTube, yeah, you're right. YouTube does not promote my videos like it once did. Um, YouTube, to be frank, is kind of, from what I understand, they're starting to feel a little bit more cautious about crypto overall. Um, and so they've kind of been like lowering the amount of impressions for crypto streamers. Now, it really depends on what type of crypto streamer you are. Again, I have tons of friends out there. Tom Crown is amazing. Crypto Wendy is somebody I've talked to a couple times as well. Um, but like if you go over here to Tom Crown or just Jarrett Cameron Jordan, excuse me, um, they do fine because they're entertainers. I mean, you can see right here. Uh Tom, he won't mind if I use this video on the thing. I can actually like, he won't mind. Um, but if I go over here, you can see this guy wears sunglasses on his streams. You know, totally different vibe than me. He's also sponsored by Bing X. Um, but what do you call it? Much different vibe you get on the channel. Those entertainment ones that are kind of almost like a gaming channel, that because they're so engaging, right? Those ones get pushed a lot more than like the slower ones here, like mine, which we're going over more data, support levels, breakout stuff like that. Um, I try to give you as much information to make a trade as possible. Where the other people, they do their best, but I don't think they're going to give you all the data, or at least talk to you guys about certain other things, right? Like GAN boxes and all the really boring stuff that has a purpose, but it's also just very, very boring. Um, but that's why I also put out those tutorials for you guys. When I put out a tutorial for you guys, let me go over here and let's go to content. When I put out a video for you guys, and let's say it's just like this one, what is absolute advantage, and it only gets 109 views, out of my 59,000 subscribers, something like that, I am not upset about it because I know eventually one of you guys may have a question and it'll be there for you guys. Um, or the Sam Bankman Fried stuff, those are getting more views now, and I guess the more I make them, the better they're gonna do. So I just need to keep on making them out. Um, but like I just put out a video like last week or something. I have a whole bunch of shorts scheduled, so it's kind of breaking it down. But like right here, tutorial on GAN box and GAN squares. This thing is slowly going up, and I'm perfectly happy with that because that means this is 54 views for the last 48 hours, something like that. So like 25, 26 people a day are finding this information useful. That's awesome. Um, that's how I primarily get the majority of my views, and then also the 24/7 Doge stream. But as far as these streams, I'm happy to do them for whoever wants to listen. Like, now we haven't had like a really bad stream as far as like maybe 5 people showing up or 10 people showing up. But every now and again, if I try to stream in the morning, nobody will show up because everybody is not on the same schedule as me as far as like waking up early. Like maybe like 5, 10 people. I think Ken is usually there if I if I stream early. So I don't even stream early in the morning anymore. Usually I don't try to unless it's a big day like a CPI data, Jerome Powell, something like that, right? I've totally given up on morning streaming. It's a whole different group of people that wake up that early. They're usually stock investors, not crypto investors. Crypto you can trade whenever. Stocks you really doing a lot of day trading in the morning here. $4.30. You know what? I can buy another ring with that money. Just joking. But what do you call? And you see 8 subscribers there. I probably won't even get 1 subscriber on this YouTube stream today because YouTube doesn't push it out, and that's fine. Eventually, I'm gonna figure out a way to get it more lively and stuff. But for now, I like doing these videos. Although, one thing here before we go back over to Bitcoin and stuff, I will be coming out with a new type of video pretty soon. You guys saw this post right here. What is absolute advantage? This one was me just talking about what is absolute advantage. A very short definition. I'm going to come out with this type of video here pretty soon. This is going to be simple definitions for economic terms or trading terms, if you will. Not tutorials, just definitions. So it'll be a very simple video, and you guys can kind of see part of it here. All it is the audio with just background stuff occurring, right? So that's all it is. There's no me talking, there's no nothing. It's basically just explaining what the audio is. I don't know how many views these ones are going to get, but they're very easy for me to make and they're very simple. So if you guys ever have a question like what is a bear market and you guys don't want to see all the visuals, you just want to have you just want to hear it and understand it, because a lot of these terms are very simple. They just overcomplicate themselves when you look at all the definitions and stuff or the examples. Like a bear market, 20% down. You can learn that in about a minute and 49 seconds instead of watching a YouTube video that's like 12 to 15 minutes long explaining what a bear market is, because a bear market is not something complicated. So you go over here. Let's get off Tom. What is a bear market? TD Ameritrade, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Oh, wait, are these? Yeah, so there's news right here. 3 minutes. Oh, 3 minutes on there. Oh, these ones aren't too bad. But yeah, basically, you get it in a short amount of time. That's how I view it. But I'm excited to see how those ones do. So if you guys get a chance, please make sure to watch my content. YouTube does this weird thing where they want you to click on the video, but not only click on the video, they want you to like watch the entire thing. So like they have all this data over here. You can see I made $2.85 off this video. La di da. But what they do is, there you go. They measure how much time you guys are watching. So on the first day, people watched like 2 minutes out of the 4 minute video. So they were watching like half the video. Over the next day, it went down a little bit because like subscribers watched the majority on the first day. Then it's like browser views, like in the front page and stuff like that, went down a little bit, and now it's going back up a little bit more as well here. But that type of stuff is what it looks for, and I can see when people aren't watching. So people, like as soon as they click on it, they usually drop off a little bit. This is how most videos work. And then you can see those small spikes over here. But if you guys watch the entire video, it does worlds for how much it gets pushed out down the road here. And hey, Jared Samples, I was looking at fees on BingX and there was a discount to use USDT TRC21. What's the difference between USDC and ERC21? I believe it's just, I don't know. What I would say actually, because I'm not going to try to guess exactly what it is. Right now, I know if you sign up for BingX on my link, you get some nice, cool like fee discounts. I'll give you like $100 actually to sign up. Let me see what the exact thing was. Let me see what the thing is. Because I'm friends with the person at BingX. I know her from another company, so she's really chill. It's one of the reasons I have a trust factor with her. Let's see, or her team, I guess you would say. Let me go over here very fast. Okay, so here's the deal. If you wanted to sign up with BingX, I'll do this more often, but you guys, I don't want to push you guys into any exchange, especially right now where everything's all over the place. It's not really me to push you there. So there's two parts of this special here, and I'll show you the link in a second. But this is a private message. Part one: first 100 new signups get a $100 trading bonus. The bonus can be used to make trades and cover losses. Profit can be can be kept and withdrawn. So basically, they give you $100 for the first 100 people that sign up with the BingX Lake. You can't just take that $100 and put it into your own wallet and just have $100. You can trade with it and make more money off of that. The profit from that $100 can be used, right, or can be withdrawn. But the first $100, it can be used to cover losses, whatever. But you can't just take the $100. So if you sign up with my link down below, you do get $100 to trade with or stuff like that. So that's awesome. I had to work for that deal for you guys. I'm not even promoting it to you guys. That shows me, right? But all the FTX stuff, I didn't want to like push it down you guys' throats at the wrong time. I'm trying to be considerate of like what's been going on here. And then part two is deposit and trade to unlock bonuses. And then she just goes on to say, so if you guys deposit, you get bonuses and cool stuff, right? That just means you're putting money onto the account. The other thing that she told me is they're going to eliminate signups from Pakistan and India because of fraud that they've seen on their side. That's fine with me. So they could sign up, but I'm just not going to get like any updates or money from that. But yeah, that's the deal there. It's pretty chill. And then they actually made a landing page for me here. So let me get out of this. So there you go. Bing X, and they have my little picture right there if you guys can see it. Maybe I should give them a better picture here. Oh, that's just customer service. Oh yeah, they have live customer service. That's pretty chill. But anyway, but yeah. So they got right there via Michael Whitman's referral link, and you get some nice little perks, you know. And then if you guys go through the Discord, I'll make a video about this because I really should just like to help you guys out. This is a YouTubers only Discord with you got to have a decent amount of subscribers here and money, or just know people. If you go over here to my Discord, wherever it may be, I try to make folders for all this stuff, and I ended up making it even more complicated. There we go. There's a room in here now called Bing X Room. If you go in here and ping one of these people, they will actually answer any of your questions because they're Bing X staff. So if you have a problem, like, oh, I didn't get my $100, they will get you $100. Tom does it too. I just showed you a couple minutes ago. Tom supports them too. Or they support Tom too. They're in his Discord too, so they can answer any questions you have. It's really really chill. So if you guys haven't, I would encourage you to, but I'm not going to try like, oh wow, you guys have to do this. But I mean, not many exchanges are just going to give you $100 trade off. If normally it's like $100 off of fees and stuff like that. The first 100 people at least get the $100 there. Now I got a whole bunch of tabs open. Let's get there. Let's get there. Oh, we don't need committee hearings anymore. Okay, there we go. All right, there you go. Oh, fun little tidbit of news here that I think you guys would like. So, I was looking. Somebody I know up in Seattle. I was talking with him, and he was telling me that he was looking at a job for Fox Business. What was he looking for? Some type of engineering job in crypto, and I was like, how the heck is Fox? Does Fox have a crypto business? Like this is like Fox, the company Fox, right? They own Fox Sports, the Fox channels, Fox News, Fox Business, all that stuff. And he's like, yeah, you didn't know that? And I was like, no. And he's like, yeah, I learned it about a month ago. They have a crypto division. And so I wanted to show you guys this too as well. Let me drink this before I lose my voice, but Fox News has a crypto division. I was totally surprised by this. So if we go over here to Fox News Careers, and you can see I already checked on it because I was that excited about it. And you go down here, and you can see they have like Fox, Fox Media, Fox Business, Fox Sports, Fox Entertainment, TV stations, Tubi, Credible, Outkick. And you see right here, Blockchain Creative Labs. What the heck is this? And I go down here, and I just click on Blockchain Creative Labs. All right. And Blockchain Creative Labs, BCL, is a Fox Entertainment Web3 media company that enables creators, IP owners, and their passionate communities to build tokenized digital economies around their own content and brand ecosystems. Under the Fox banner, we produce and distribute content through some of the world's leading and most valued brands, including Fox Network, Fox Sports, Fox News, and Fox television stations. We empower a diverse range of creators to imagine and develop culturally significant content while building an organization that thrives on creative ideas. Now, I'm not going to do all this type of stuff, but they talk about NFTs in here and stuff. So if you go over here to view jobs, I'll say there's no jobs available anymore. But how do I find this stuff? How do I? Okay, now let me Google this. There you go. See, I was there too. They got jobs. So if you go down here, they got like engineering jobs. You know more engineering type stuff. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know what any of those things are. Excuse me. But what do you call? I was like, whoa, what is all this? I guess I'm in the jobs section. But I just thought this was absolutely crazy. I didn't know some of these larger television studios have been doing this. I haven't seen it work out with. I haven't seen anything as far as MSNBC or CNN just yet. But I'm like, Fox News is trying to take the initiative in this space, and I was absolutely astounded. Um, you know, yeah, I was just so shocked. And then when I went over here to the Discord, I signed up for it today, and I was asking some questions with them because the Discord is absolutely dead, absolutely dead here. Um, why would I be accepted? I'm already in it. Yeah, I should already have a message here. Yeah, I was talking to the people here. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. If I go to official links, Maskverse. So okay, they got different places here, I guess. But we can buy stuff. Oh, page not found. See, they're still new to the game, or maybe they are. I don't even know. But say Fox NFT support. What the heck is that? Here's one. Secondary marketplace. This may have something. Yeah, but look at this. They got the Masked Singer since it's on Fox. I don't watch the Masked Singer, but Fox. Look at this. Men in Black artist concept. They're selling NFTs over here for Fox. For Fox. I don't know. It's absolutely insane. I was just so shocked by. Look at this. Look, what the heck is this? It's just like a little baby thing. It's a baby, but an artist concept. Uh, look, I don't know what's going on anymore here, but this has dropped me down a whole rabbit hole, which I spent like an hour on last night. And like, there's so many. Like, there's a banana dude. Like, there's a banana dude. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I just honestly couldn't believe it. And like, here, let me go. Like, everybody from that show has like, look at this. Like, and you can tell they're not redoing them for sale because I don't think anybody's going to buy this stuff because they haven't done a good job marketing it or giving you a reason to actually want to spend cryptocurrencies on this. But I was just absolutely astonished that they had all of this stuff, like all this stuff. Like somebody spent time making all of these. Although, like this is all one. They just minted a few of them. But like, look at this. Look at that. It is like it's the wildest thing I've seen, and like I don't know. Maybe you guys aren't too impressed with Fox doing NFTs, but it just never came across to me that somebody like Fox or CNN or MSNBC would go down that path, and yet Fox is just trying to go berserk on it. Like mask pack. What the heck is a mask pack? Look all this look how many Men in Blacks they had. Does it keep on going? Oh my god, it does. Okay, but yeah, I thought this was interesting. I don't know if there's a way to tell if anything is actually sold just yet. 2% is listed, 419 owners, analytics beta. Let's see how this works out. Listing 6 days ago. So they're still making this stuff up, like still making this stuff like even last week. So let's see. Last 7 days, last 30 days. The floor price has gone down. That's all I've seen. Uh, top owners. Oh, so this guy, he owns 114 of them, whoever this guy is. Go over here. Oh, there you go. So I'm guessing this person works at Creative Labs and just gave him one. What I'd probably say. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? I mean, as we're watching Bitcoin just consolidate here and trying to make another push up, hopefully the next half an hour, a couple hours or so. NFTs, Fox News. If I go over here to CNN Careers, or they're actually laying off people right now, aren't they? CNN's just bad management. But I'm sure they have to be hiring for some jobs. Yeah, it's like digital. Oh, this is London. Product manager growth, senior visual editor as equals. Producer Snapchat? Oh my gosh. Their priorities in the wrong spot. But anyway, not to shit on CNN. All news major news ones should be shit upon. Position type, business, CNN keywords. Search from below list. What below list? Okay, whatever. Blockchain. There are no jobs, right? So they're not even in that field right now. That's what sucks. Maybe MSNBC careers. Okay, it's underneath the umbrella of NBC. That makes sense. Current employees, no. Operations specialist. Okay, let me just go over here. Blockchain. No, but it's like Fox is making the initiative here, and I'm just so shocked. Especially to go to the NFTs, right? Mass Singer, WWE. What? Bat fan? Like, what is this stuff? I actually haven't looked at all this stuff yet. Bat fan. No, I don't think these are like. Not all of these are going to be. I don't think related to Fox, but they could just be. Like remember how when I read it, they said like help people, help creators is what they labeled them as. I am still pretty astonished here. Like people could have, people can get help selling the NFTs here. Maybe I'll join them or something like that if I like them. I don't know how it'd be to work with Fox personally, but you know, WWE Moonsault. I don't know, but floor price, a little bit of Ethereum. Looks like this guy's fairly new to the game. Price distribution, one listing. Somebody owns one TDX. You know, it might be kind of interesting. Who knows? But I don't Crapopolis. I don't know what Crapopolis is. If that's even how you pronounce it. Crapopolis crap chickens. Oh my! These are actually a little bit more expensive here. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. I gotta look at their website again here very fast, and we'll get back to the good old stuff. But oh, that was it. Let's go back over here. There we go. Got Fox News now. Yeah, so work with this. Blockchain Creative Labs. Oh, it's hiring. This is a hiring thing. Okay. But yeah, it says a Fox Entertainment company. Join the global community. I gotta keep track of this one. Um, exchange. So we're creating an immersive, decentralized exchange off of ideas between the best and brightest in Web3. With fireside chats, discussion, debates, decentralized disruptions, and celebrity drop-ins, you won't find a clearer window into the future. Explore videos below. Now I can't play this because I know Fox News would get on my ass if I was to play their content on the channel. But this is from March, so it's a while ago. A while ago here. Um, but what do you call? It should be interesting. March. Yeah, this is all from March. Okay, so they're new here. It's not like they're established or anything like that. But they've put money into this. They've set the groundwork, and they're probably going to be cutting costs because it's getting close to recession time. Of what we could consider a recession. Um, but I'm going to reach out to these guys and see if I can partner up with them or something because just to learn. I want to. You guys know I'm a big networker guy. I would like to meet some of these people. At least, yeah, some of them. I don't. Most of these people are probably in California, New York, not really in Seattle. But maybe I can do a little Zoom call or something. Um, maybe fax over here. What is this? What is blockchain? Okay, no, it's really simple. They're trying to do that hard work of funneling people that know nothing about NFTs, nothing about crypto, into the space. That's incredibly hard. Look at Shark Tank. They always say that. Oh, introducing education is so expensive. It's going to be expensive. Ooh, excuse me. See, and hey, Danny boy. Oh, hey, Wi-Fi Godex. Bitcoin to 20K. I'm waiting. I hope it gets up that high. I really do. Um, and hey, Danny boy, you helped me make $740 shorting the SPY on Tuesday. Awesome, TA. Hey, I'm happy you made some money on it, and I'm happy you took your profit. I'm very happy you took your profit. Um, it just makes me happy when I see people making money, especially when they're doing the same strategy I am with like the day trading thing. It's good. It's good. Or maybe you swing trade. I don't know, but I like people making money. Um, and hey, Dojami, pasta with the Parmesan cheese. Ooh, yeah. I had some Parmesan cheese earlier for a pizza that I had, and it was great. Um, although I do like pasta too. I've been having some buttered noodles every now and again over the past like 2 months. Buttered noodles, freaking awesome. Boiled noodles. You strain them out, all the water out. Then you put some butter in a pan, and then you put some seasonings on it. Usually, I put some. I do a little cheat thing. You can put like real like Italian seasonings and stuff. I have this little like multi holder that has like a whole bunch of seasonings that's meant to be put in olive oil, so you can dip your bread into it. Instead of dipping it into the olive, like putting it into the olive oil, I just put it a little bit into the butter, and then I let it stir up a little bit, let it like open up the leaves and the seasonings, and I toss those back in there, and I whisk them up a little bit to get all the butter across them. There's not like too much butter, and then after that, put them in a pan, and then I put some Parmesan cheese on top, and it's delicious. Depending on how Parmesan I want to get, sometimes I'll just get a nice craft Parmesan cheese, or what I'll do is I'll get like the nice Parmesan cheese from the store. I'll shave it myself, and then or shred it myself, and then I'll just put it on while it's cooking, and then it'll become like melty Parmesan cheese while it's heating up in the pan with the butter and stuff. It's delicious. It's fantastic, and you can get like a little roll and stuff like that too. It's great. It's great. Let's see. And hey, Ken, uh, do you really think gas will skyrocket when China opens up? At this point, it may have a little bit of a bump, but I don't think it's going to skyrocket because production is slowing. Production is slowing. So by the time China opens up, so to speak, the American economy is already going to be like too far gone to save from going into recession, and therefore we just don't need that many goods. I'm pretty sure we can see orders. That's why right there. Nope, that's not because of the ad blocker. Excuse me. U.S. manufacturing orders from China down 40% in unrelenting demand collapse. We don't need to go into this whole story here, but that pretty much sums it up, right? Uh, that's where I think oil is going down so much. You look at oil right now. Oh my gosh. Um, let's go to USA oil right here. Let's go to the weekly chart. We're going down. We are going down quite a bit. We've had almost a semblance of a double top here. Um, but yeah, this is the weekly chart. We've been going down for a while now. Excuse me, since the summer. This is back in June, back when everything was really bad. And we're kind of going back down to that general support area between like $70 and like 45. It looks like. I would say we're probably going to stay in the 60s for a while if we really do drop down below 70, and that's mostly because Saudi Arabia may come in and say, "Hey, we need to drop production here." They've been way more proactive about oil prices right now, as they should because they want those investments to keep on rolling in here. I think it was just announced that Saudi Arabia has. Let's see how to type this out. Saudi surplus. Yeah, Saudi Arabia reports its first budget surplus in nearly 10 years on higher oil prices. So they made more money than they spent. You know how hard it is for a country to do that these days? America, we can't even do it if we tried because our interest on our payments is just so extraordinarily high. Um, so that that kind of shows you why they want to keep those prices up, basically. Um, you know how much good your country can do if you're not spending money on a whole bunch of wasteful stuff, and you have enough money to actually just like you have enough money to spend, but you're also making money as a country. You can make so many more meaningful investments. Um, and when you see a company do that, or a business do that, so to speak, you know it's a profitable one when they're making money but also investing. And if they have debt, it's like you good debt, not bad debt. If you talk to a tax account, they'll tell you it's good debt and bad debt. Let's see. And hey, DJ, I love the way you are, Marco. I'm me. Dude. Let's say I know a lot of influencers out there. They have like two faces. There's the one on screen and the one they behind the screen. I I know why they have their other faces. It's because it brings them more views when they're very entertaining on screen. I just don't care enough to do it because, well, the majority of people out there, remember, they don't make money trading. I make money trading, which is why I've always felt confident enough to tell you guys, like, hey, like over the weekend, hey, here's how I'm going to trade Apple depending on what happens. Or a lot during last year, or even part of this year, giving you guys plays about how I see the market and like, hey, I think we're going down more. Um, when I was calling for lower lows after the June lows, I was like, hey guys, it seems like we're going to go down lower. Um, not many people like that. Or when I said that the death cross a while ago was going to be bad, I can kind of share my confidence about that type of stuff. because I'm a trader. Um, but I'm not as entertaining, so that matters. But it's just much easier just being me 24/7 instead of like being me for like 22 hours of the day and then being fake for 2 hours. It's stressful. It's hard. I already have enough trouble like with social anxiety. It's too hard for me to try to do something else. Yeah, yeah. And hey, Mike, thanks for becoming a new subscriber, or thanks for new subscribers showing up. Since I moved over to this new platform here, as far as this new setup, like where I have all this stuff going on, like that stuff. I haven't been able to add a new alert box in, but I want to add a new alert box here a couple days from now. Otherwise, I think it shows something. Yeah, I don't even think it shows the alerts right now. So I'll probably fix it up tomorrow morning or something like that. Good thing here is aside of what we've been talking about, Bitcoin looks like it wants to break out here pretty soon. So I'm hoping we can have a big move. We just need to break above this like 17,303, and then really just up back up here to 17,426. 426 level is more important, but I think the way I look at this right now, baby Fibonacci, not going to matter too much, right? This next one though might. I hope at least. Yeah, that one matters a little bit more. Yeah, we got to get above the 17,275 or something. But yeah, let's go right there. Boop. All right. I want to see us break above that and start launching towards 17,622. We had already talked about the dip and rip, but this is the dip and rip taking full effect now after that last little pitiful rip. See. And hey, DJin, you should put them all in one playlist so I can listen to it through YouTube Music. Um, Are you talking about my tutorials and stuff? I should do. I do have tutorial. I do have playlist. Um, as far as definitions, I will put them into a playlist, but I need to have a few videos in order to do that already. But if I go over here to my channel, excuse me, guys, I'm about to lose my voice. Oh my gosh. Channel. So if you go to my home, you'll see my live streams, you'll see videos, but you got playlist all right here. And these are GANFAN tutorials, average moving average tutorials, Finviz tutorials, trading tutorials, and breakout plays. Um, some of them are like some videos in here are in here, some videos in here are in here. If they both fit certain standards, right? Um, However, there'll be another playlist here pretty soon that has all the economics terms. And since I'm going with this new method here, you guys can hear it. Actually, let me go over here to Oh, I'm not typing it well. My vision is blocked from this damn mic. Okay, so let me get out of here. Let me sign in. I got a special access pass for Amazon. Okay, so this is Amazon's little back end situation that they have. It's pretty cool. They got a whole bunch of services back over here with like AR and VR and blockchain and business applications. I don't use any of that stuff. I'm not that advanced in Amazon's AWS. But back here they have something called Amazon Poly, and I could do this and say, "Hello, everyone. My name is Michael. Oops. And I love Dogecoin." Okay. Now I can go over here and set a male voice. This is what you guys are going to be hearing with these definitions because I don't have the time to do this, frankly, but I want you guys to have the information. I can go over here and I can hit listen.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael and I love Dogecoin.
Oh, you guys can hear it, but I can't. I think you guys heard it, but I did not hear that at all. Maybe it just went all the way to the.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael and I love Dogecoin.
Yeah, I can't hear it at all. Is that hooked in? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, this is not plugged in. That would explain it. Okay, let me try that one more time.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael and I love Dogecoin.
Oh, maybe not that voice. Maybe Matthew. I think Matthew is the voice I'm looking for.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael and I love Dogecoin.
There you go. But yeah, so that's what you guys are going to hear, and I'll be using definitions from Investopedia, Forbes, Wikipedia, and they'll be like 1 to 2 minute videos, but you get a clear understanding of what they mean. And if you guys don't, there'll be another tutorial that'll kind of teach you what the words that you were looking for actually meant. But yeah, Amazon has some cool stuff, and they pay. I gotta pay for it, of course, but you guys, I do some money for this channel. Bob's Burgers NFTs would be fuck, dude. That would be good. That'd be really really good. Wait till Nike and Adidas release their sneaker NFT combos. Oh, that would be really cool. And the NFTs get access to will get you access to a particular event or something like that. That'd be cool. Like they can let's say you get a limited edition NFT sneaker combo from LeBron or something like that, or Steph Curry, whatever it may be, and then the NFT unlocks the ability for you to get a one-on-one meeting with Steph Curry at a certain event. That would be absolutely awesome. That's how they should be used. But will they be used like that? Maybe not. The sneaker community can be pretty ravenous, and they'll take whatever they can get. They won't actually need this Steph Curry meet and greet. But if like 10, 15 people got to all meet Steph Curry at once or LeBron at once, that'd be awesome. I mean, imagine doing that with Michael Jordan. But like Michael Jordan, his NFT sneaker collection goes for like $10,000 a pop, and he's only going to be selling 50 of them. You know, people would buy that up, buy it up. And hey, Martin, happy to see you back, man. You mean who? And hey, Djin, that's pretty interesting. StockX has a new thing where you can send your sneakers to them to store, and you hold an NFT that's tied to the value of your sneaker that they are holding. Ah, let's see. And hey, Larry, Disney's Fox, Disney's everything. Uh, I mean, Disney's growing, but there's already talks that Disney can be bought up by Apple. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. That just seems absolutely insane, right? They were saying that might be one of Bob Iger's strategies here is just to get rid of Disney and just sell it off, and he can walk away with a bunch of money, and all the executives and everything can walk with a bunch of money. Um, but who knows how that would work out? That's expensive. See, and hey, Martin, what do you think about VeChain? It has the potential, just like Bitcoin, to pop up here a little bit more, but get ready for some resistance headwinds as far as that's concerned. You're going to see a lot of resistance and a lot of like sideways action here. Like it's almost like a hindsight sideways action. So you're going to see a lot of things that make you think we're going up and down really fast, right? And each thing's going to scare you, like, oh my god, I missed out. I got to buy in. Oh, it's crashing. I better not. I better sell. It's going to be a whole bunch of traps over the next few days because all everybody's waiting for at this moment in time is just to see what happens as far as interest rate hikes go and inflation data, the CPI data. Excuse me. Baked pasta with melted and slightly burned mozzarella crust on the top. Ooh, that sounds good too. We heard it. Oh, there you go. Peak, thanks. Yeah, that first voice was a little too weird. It sounded more like a kid. But the last thing I had that was kind of pasta-y. No, it was those butter noodles. But what I really do like here is I really do like lasagna. Back when I was in Vegas a few weeks ago, I ate lasagna and it was so good. It was at a place at the where was that? A place at the Westgate where I was staying for most of the trip before I moved over to MGM. Let's see. Geez, my fingers are just not where they need to be right now. There you go. You go over to the Westgate. You go dining. Benihana. This place was good. I've been there before, but not during this last trip. Edge is fine. I've never actually had steak at the Edge. For some reason, people only want to go to the bar and drink really expensive scotch, which cool, but like, why go? You can get like scotch anywhere. Like, literally any bar really has decent stuff. It's more of the vibe, I guess. But yeah, this place, Fresco Italiano. It was good. I got some like lasagna. No, not that stuff. That stuff. Except for they give it to you in a skillet that's kind of hot, so it keeps it hot, and they give you a little extra sauce on the side. That way, your lasagna stays hot, and then you can dip the bread into the sauce afterwards. Um, where is that? Um, Antipasti? I don't know. I didn't get none of this stuff. I got bread. I got some sangria. uh, Cocktails. No. Oh, I got it. I got an espresso, a double shot. Uh, oh, I don't know where that's at. Cocktails. Negroni. I didn't get this type of stuff. I just got a sangria. I was pretty buzzed before I showed up, and I got pretty buzzed there as well. Oh, I got some tiramisu. That was good. Tiramisu was good. Cortini. Nope, didn't get any succanini, whatever that is. Oh, there's lasagna. Yeah, yeah, lasagna right there. 28 bucks. It was worth it. And then I also got myself a salad. I don't know what the salad is. Oh, no. Yeah, Caesar salad there too. 15 bucks for Caesar salad. Sure, it was good. It was actually really good. But I just always feel weird about buying salads because they're so expensive. They're so good. So I had like a little core system built out for me. Um, but yeah, oh gosh, it was delicious. It was delicious. I need to go back and get some more of that stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Any budget? What I think about Chainlink? It's the same thing. Right now, everything wants to pop off, but we're so close to the resistance levels that it's better to just wait for a breakout. Um, but I would say day trading is what I'd prefer. Um, I'm not really too excited about Bitcoin until really this weekend kicks off. Until then, you can make these small day trades, buying off support, taking some scalps, like short day trades. But if you want something a little bit larger, I think you might have to wait for the weekend here. Uh, I'm hoping for more of a parabolic boom. That's what I've been saying, but I think it might not come until tomorrow's candle, or maybe even tomorrow the day, but on Friday. But once the market cools off here, because right now I think CNBC. What are you doing? I have my hand over here like a chicken wing, and he just puts his nose in it. And Loki has a very wet nose. There you go. You got futures down a little bit right now. We may go back to that sideways action, which definitely means that Bitcoin could start running back into this support level here. So I'm just taking it, being extra cautious. You can always buy right now, but like you'd be buying a swing for the possibility that we stay above this trend line here. We have the two golden crosses, which are going to be awesome. The 20 over the 200 and the 50 over the 200 on the 4-hour chart. And then on the daily chart right here, just kind of zoom out a little bit. We break above 17,622. We fight with the 50-day moving average here, and that's where all the heat is going to be, kind of around that $18,000 level if we do manage to break out. My concern here is we need to be able to close above those levels. And the only way we know we're going to close above those levels is if we have a great CPI number, a great inflation number, and we have a great report by Jerome Powell saying, hey, we're only going to a 50 basis point rate hike, and maybe next month we only do 25. That would give us a moonshot up to maybe 20,000, maybe 20,000. But all of that good news has to come out. Without Jerome Powell, without all the other stuff coming out, we're probably only make it back up to 17,622, maybe 18,000 before we ultimately come back to the mid 16,000s. We don't want to see that. Eventually, this trend is going to break. This is a pretty aggressive trend right here. It's going to break down. Um, we just got to see when. And if it happens next week, that means we're only going to fall back down to 17,500 or $17,000 even. But if it happens this week, then we're probably going to $16,000 or $16,500. And that's a big difference there as far as how people feel, because if we're still staying in that downtrend, you're going to see a lot of pessimism, a lot of fear, and it's just part of the market. But people are going to lose money on as the assets go down. Right. See. And hey, Morgoth. Hi, Michael. It's been a long time since I've been here. I'm glad you're doing well. Taking the pasta. I love me a good pomodoro sauce on my pasta with cheese. I don't know what that is, but I like cheese in my pasta. I gotta check that out very fast, Morgoth. Uh, there's chances are I've tried it, but I never look at the menu names like that. Let's go. So Pasta al pomodoro is an Italian food typically prepared with pasta, olive oil, fresh tomatoes, basil, and other various other fresh ingredients. It is intended to be quick and light dish rather than a dish that is heavy in sauce. Oh, tomato. Oh. See, I told you. I told you. It'd be I do like light tomato sauce on mine. Um, for me, excuse me. I actually like have a good night, Margin. I actually like extra sauce on my noodles and pasta because I like dipping the bread into it rather than dipping into olive oil. But what do you call it? It sounds really good. All right. Okay, everybody. I'm going to finish off streaming here for the day. I'm actually in the process of losing my voice right now, which is very surprising to me. So I will see you guys tomorrow around 4 o'clock, the same time as I went live today. And we'll talk about Bitcoin, how the stock market finished off the week, and what we could be looking for a technical perspective for Bitcoin come over the next few days, okay? And then also we'll talk about any other news that may come out as far as FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, and things of that nature. But hey, everybody, have a great rest of your night, and I hope you guys, enjoy this little boom. I'm hoping that we actually have a really good day with Bitcoin tomorrow, or through today's day candle. I would like us to get back up to at least 17,500, if not test out 17,622. Just be careful if we get knocked back down after we approach that level, okay? You will see some resistance, and don't forget you just have some classic Fibonacci tools here. Don't be afraid to use them. Right now, you have our level right there, which you tapped on a few days ago, 17,407. Afterwards, we actually have one up here, 17,809. So if we can just break above that resistance level, we should have a pretty clear shot up here, guys, to at least test out that resistance. So have a good day, everybody, and sorry for the sword